everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. Today I have a project with some new product. We're using the Hearts and Hugs stamp set and dies bundle. I'm using the little mouse with the heart, and I used the mouse die there. And also this new die set, it's called Unbounded Love dies. I love it. We're using this frame along with this frame, and then this here for the sentiment on the bottom. Okay, and the stamp set that goes with the Unbounded Love is a whole bunch of sentiments. Okay, all right, so my box today is 2 1/4 by 3 1/2 by 1. It opens like this, and I don't have anything. I have to go out and do a whole bunch of shopping because I don't have anything to put in my boxes anymore. I've run out of inspiration. But it opens like this, so it ties closed, and I think it's just really cute. Now, I'm using one of the new in colors. This is the 2024 to 2025 in color Shimmer gems, and here we have Petunia Pop, which is a little bit dark pink. This is Pretty in Pink, which is a little bit darker than the Bubble Bath. This is, I have to cheat, Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock, and Peach Pie. And I also have these, if you can see the colors better. These are the in color resin dots. So this is Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Petunia Pop, and I always forget one, Summer Splash. All right, so those are the new in colors. All of these will be available right in the beginning of May for everybody to purchase. And hopefully they'll have a joining bonus, and I would love to have some people on my team. I had one really good team member, but she had to go. So I need to build my team. I've been here for over 3 years, and I need to build a team. So if you're interested, wait until the new catalog launches, and a lot of times they have some type of special. Okay? All right. So what we need for this project, I'm using the thick basic white cardstock. We need a piece that is 7 by 5 1/2. These two are from the Unbounded Love dies. This is the thick basic white cardstock, and this is the Pretty in Pink cardstock. We just need some regular basic white for stamping, and I'm using the Unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper. And let me show you. It's got, I think, all of the new colors in it. Very pretty. Okay. All right. So we need 2 pieces that are 2 by 3 1/4, 2 that are 3/4 by 3 1/4, and 2 that are 2 by 3/4. And I always put all of this on my blog, which I don't do project sheets, but that's basically my project sheet over on my blog. Okay, so let me get my Simply Scored. All right, and we're going to start on the 7-inch side, and you want to score at 2 1/4, 3 1/4, 5 1/2, and 6 1/2. Turn it a 1/4 turn to the 5 1/2 inch side and score at 1 and at 4 1/2. Okay, now just fold and burnish all of your score lines. Okay, how I have this here is the skinniest 1/2 inch rectangle is over here, and there is 1 inch strips on the top and bottom. And then this piece here is the 2 1/4 inch piece. And this is what we're going to be doing. I don't know if you can see that on the white, but all right. So let's start over here. We're going to go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line and wedge up into that 1/2 inch rectangle. Go to the next score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge both sides of the square. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut it to the first score line, and then wedge both sides of that square that's in the middle. Okay, now we're going to turn it around. Now your 1/2 inch rectangle is over here. We're going to go to the first 2 score lines and cut it to the first score line, and then wedge both sides of the square. Go to the next score line and then the next score line and wedge and cut it to the first score line and wedge both sides of that square, and then wedge up into that skinny rectangle. Now the skinny rectangle is how we will always we'll close our box with that when we put our tear and tape on there. If there's a 3/4 inch strip, that's not the one that you're supposed to close it with. Okay, that's usually my tuck-in piece. So we always put tear and tape on what is left of the 1/2 inch rectangle. If there's more than 1/2 inch, I will specify. Okay, so this is what your cardstock should look like when you're done scoring and cutting. Okay, now we're going to put tear and tape on what's left of the skinny rectangle close to the score line. I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool and I'm going to get the backing off. Okay, now we're going to flip over the whole thing, flip over the side with the tear and tape, and then bring our other side over to meet it. And now this seam here is going to be the back. The seam is going to be on your back. Okay? Alright, so either one of these could be the top, I guess, but let's start with this side here. We're going to put the tabs in, put a little glue on the tabs, and then the back flap, which is always the one that's closest to the seam. And then put some glue on the front flap and close it over. And just make sure that your sides are nice and straight. And I'm just going to push down the flaps. Okay, and that's your box. All right, now we need our DSP. The 2 pieces that are 2 by 3 1/4 on the front and the back. The long sides are 2 by 3 1/4, and the short sides are 3/4 by 2. All right, and I'm going to use liquid glue. Okay, so we're just going to let this dry a little, and we're going to do some stamping. Alright, so we're going to need just Tuxedo Black. Okay, we're going to use a piece of basic white cardstock, and we're going to do the little mouse. This would have been perfect for Valentine's Day. Well, it'll be here next Valentine's Day, because it'll be in the annual. And then I'm going to stamp the sentiment, sending birthday hugs, and that is on the hearts and hugs also. All right, now I'm going to cut my mouse out with the hearts and hugs dies. That's this one here. And I'm going to cut my sentiment out with this notched one from Unbounded Love. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm using 4 Stampin Blends. I don't have Pretty in Pink Stampin Blends yet, but it would look good too. This blends pretty well though. This is the Bubble Bath, light and dark, a light smoky slate, and a color lifter. Because I want it to be a white mouse, but we need a little bit of definition. So first, I'm going to use the dark Bubble Bath for his nose and his cheek. Then for in his ears, I'm going, well, one ear is showing. I'm going to put it light Bubble Bath. All right, and then I'm going to put a little bit of light smoky slate wherever I think might be a shadow, and on that back edge of the mouse. On the bottom. And I'm going to go up the back of this ear here too. And then I'm going to do the whole tail. And his feet. Okay, then I'm going to take the color lifter and I'm going to go over the cheek just to blend it a little, and the ear, and then I'm going to go over everything that I colored a little bit with the light smoky slate just to blend it out a little bit. Okay, then I forgot with the light bubble bath, I'm going to do the heart. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so now we need our frames, and I forgot to poke out the rest of my little holes here. All right, and I'm going to attach this frame right onto the dot area of this shape here. Okay. All right, and then we need some dimensionals. Just going to put 2 dimensionals on the back of the mouse. Then we're going to put the mouse right in there. Let me get it straight first. All right, now we need our box. Now you would put your treats. Let me see if I can find something to fit in here. Okay, some Tic Tacs and 2 of the fun size Hershey bars will fit in here. So that gives you an idea of what goes in this. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take the new ribbon. This is the Pretty in Pink ribbon. This is the Shy Shamrock, and this is the Petunia Pop. Right, and it's called Bordered Ribbon. And I'm just going to put it around the back. And I'm going to tie it closed on the top with a bow. It's very nice and light. It's not bulky ribbon, which I love. Sometimes it's good to have bulky ribbon, but on small projects, it's not easy to tie it. Now, any of my, well, a lot of my box designs you could use for a card front if you only make cards. Excuse my nails. I was doing some planting work and stuff, so the pretty colors don't really stay on there with when you're doing all that. Okay. Now I'm just gonna cut it off. Okay, make sure it's in the middle. And then I'm just going to glue my sentiment on. I'm just going to put glue on either side. I'm going to put it right on the bottom here. It's going to hang over the DSP, but that's okay. And then some more dimensionals on the back. And I'm just going to put this right in the middle, and I'm going to cover up just a little bit of the tag for the sentiment, not the words, but okay. And then I'm going to use some of these shimmer gems for the final touch, and I'm going to use the Pretty in Pink, and I'm going to put one right on the edge of the sentiment, one right here on the edge of the frame. Those 2 were bit large, and now I'm going to put a small one right up over there. Just gives a little bit of a glimmer to it. shimmer, I guess. All right, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. All of my info is below, along with the link to my shop where you can purchase all of this on the beginning of May. I'm not sure of the date. I will tell you in my next video. And my Facebook group, which you might want to join. I tell about sales and different things on there. So if you want to join that, I'd be happy to have you. All right, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.